Hello everyone, Pinder Productions here, and today I'm back with another episode of my F1 2017 Career Mode series, and today we go to Russia for round 4 of this 2017 Drivers' Championship, and here we have an R&D event.
It looks like we're falling behind upgrades. I really need you to push harder with developments. Take a look at the report. I've got the upgrade.
So there was Chris. He is not happy with our development as it is currently. You can see we are the grey line behind Toro Rosso and Renault, not quite keeping up enough with them, although we are quite a long way ahead of McLaren and Sauber there. So as we go to practice, I am going to include this part of the track acclimatization, which went okay, although that was a bit of a derp there on the corner, I suppose you could say. If people still say derp, that is, but it went fairly well in the opening part, but then I started having more engine wear issues, which didn't go too well, so I wasn't able to do the last two programs, which did annoy me because I wanted to do more in the way of this. But here are the resource points we have after 2 sessions. We have 600 now as opposed to, I think it was 100 before, so we do have a few more to make some upgrades, and I'm going to go to qualifying after we've made some upgrades. Although I do want to upgrade those 2 parts because they are very one. I want to set a good qualifying time. So if you go to the R&D tree, let's see, we could do powertrain. No, yeah, you don't have enough resource points for any of that. That's not good. So if we go up, durability. Here we go. Okay, so we want engine durability here. So I might do that one, to be honest. Although turbos are probably, which parts are not working? MGU-K and MGU-H, it looks like, that are not very reliable at the moment, so I'm going to look to upgrade the motor generator unit, there we go, and upgrade the durability of that. What else could we upgrade the durability of? Control electronics seem fine. I'm going to add a new one of each of these components anyway. Just to then we have a fresh one for the race. Also we have achievement there, so let's go to qualifying after we have set these new components onto the car. For the qualifying, we did do qualifying on the ultra soft tyres, so as we go around the final corner to start our lap here in Sochi, at the Sochi Autodrome around the 2014 Winter Olympic Park, we do have some wear, as you can see there. As we enter the DRS, we are down in P14, so we don't have the straight line. Obviously, with some other wear on our other components, we are going to need a few more parts in this. It looks like we're probably going to aiming for 5 components at the moment, unless we can upgrade our reliability quite substantially. But now we come through the final corners once again in this qualifying session to qualify what looks like a P8. And yes, it is P8 in qualifying for us. So after qualifying, here are the resource points we have. So up to 230 here, and if we go through the rivalry, looks like I am leading the rivalry, not leaving, so that looks pretty good. And good team approval at the moment, so let's go to the race.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen.
And so here is the race strategy for Sochi as we go on the grid to 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go at the start of this race. I get a slow start, not quite on it, off the start of this race, and get overtaken by about 4 cars. I'm down in P12 from P8 on the grid as we go onto the replay camera now to get a better view of the first corner. I'm going to go round the outside of this Toro Rosso, Hulkenberg, and I believe Esteban Ocon there in the Force India as we go side by side around this turn 3 or 4, I believe. I think it's 4 actually, strangely. But going wheel to wheel with Esteban Ocon. Ocon gets the overtake done, although I do the switchback, cutting the corner just a little bit there, and I overtake him again. So that's about 2 positions made up. I believe P10 for me now on this opening lap. here in Sochi behind Sergio Perez and a Williams. I cut the corner once again, making a lot of mistakes on this first lap here, just trying to keep up with the pack with some of the engine wear that I have, but also just, well, there's 4 wheels there just randomly on the track. Don't know what they are about, but I am fairly well keeping up with the Force India ahead, although dropping back a little bit, I believe. You can see as we go past on the straight, Esteban Ocon is able to keep up as we brake for this right 90 degree hander and left hand 90 degree. All these corners in the final sector are 90 degree corners exactly, really. So not good for the Mercedes in real life, and not too great for my car here as well. Although we are pretty well keeping up with the pack, as despite dropping back a little bit now to Esteban Ocon here in this race. So hopefully we can keep ahead of him on this straight. He won't get DRS, but he will get some slipstream on us at the start of the race. So as we go around the first corner there, down towards the first braking zone at corner 2, and we go through turn 2, and we are still ahead of Esteban Ocon. Luckily here, he has suffered a bit out of the exit of turn 2, and we are up into P10. However, later on this same lap 2, Ocon has caught up quite a bit behind, if you can see the proximity error and in our rearview mirror. So I'm going to try and keep to the inside, but Ocon has found a gap, so I can't quite squeeze him there. I'm going to have to leave him some room. I'm going to have to go around the outside and brake later than him, go up the inside and squeeze him out just a bit to try and get back into P10 and defend my position, which I have done for now. Although coming now onto lap 3, DRS is enabled and the DRS detection point is here, so Ocon will be able to get DRS on me down into turn 2, as he's now enabled DRS is the word I was looking for, and he sails past us. Am I able to get a late braking move to defend my position? Yes, I am. And now we go on for more of lap 3 here, round turn 4, and I'm ahead of Esteban Ocon, luckily. And now on the end of lap 5, we are coming into the pits at the end of this lap. So coming around this final, well, corner, I suppose, into the pits here, and we are going to be able to box. Hopefully I'll get everything right in this stop and it won't be too slow. So if we go in, I'm going to have to get the clutch ready. Yeah, I'm looking for my box. Here it is. So I'm going to have to get the clutch ready. Hold a... Oh, it went green briefly, but there we go. Okay, it's done that automatically for me, it feels like. I don't know. But now we can exit out of the pits. Oh dear, I forgot the releasing pit limiter there. It was earlier than I expected, to be honest. But now we are out of the pits, and you can see there as I was flicking through the menus that we have got quite a bit of engine wear, so hopefully it won't become a problem now that we're in P16. So we are going to be a bit behind where we were, I think, after that stop. It wasn't the best exit, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Now on the start of lap 7, we are going to overtake somebody who is exiting the pits for P15, but now we are behind Jolyon Palmer in P14 here. Can I get a late braking move on him? No, I'm way too far back for anything like that, and it looks like he is now ahead of us in this race.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
And now we have a continuation of the woes from my pit stop here as we come onto the straight. My teammate has just made his pit stop, so we'll see if we can come out ahead as we enter DRS here, and it looks like he's ahead of us. And also Hulkenberg is coming up behind us, and Alonso, I believe, is also behind us as well. I have to go deep to try and defend my position, although it was very, well, I can't really think of a word. It was in vain is the word, because Hulkenberg gets past anyway up the inside, as does my teammate, and I'm down in P16 now from 8th. I've lost 8 positions so far in this race, and my engineer is telling me there's a fair amount of wear to the engine as I overtake Hulkenberg here on lap 9, but no, he gets back ahead. If I can make a move up into the braking zone, yes I can. Made a move up for P15 now in this race. I mean, I'm getting excited about nothing really. We're not going to score any points. The engine is really worn out. He's probably going to overtake us on this straight here if he can get close enough, which he probably will be able to, unless I can defend quite well. And it doesn't look like the proximity arrow is getting too close, and neither is his dot on the minimap, unless he makes a lunging move into the braking zone. I think for the time being we have P15. Now we cut to lap 12, but the sky's darkening a little bit it seems, but Bottas is now out of the race, so I'm able to overtake him, I suppose, for P14. Hulkenberg is still quite close behind us, and also Alonso is getting quite close as well, so we are really down on power if Alonso is able to catch up following Nico Hulkenberg behind us on this DRS straight. Is Hulkenberg going to be close enough to make a move? He moves to the right, he sticks behind us, he's not quite close enough to make a dive bomb into this corner, although we'll see when we get round to the pit straight if he is close enough to make any sorts of moves on us onto the end lap here in Sochi. I'm going to probably narrate around this entire last lap to see if Hulkenberg can get ahead of us or if we can defend our position. The proximity arrow is sort of on and off a bit around this final sector, and it is off a bit now, although he probably will still get DRS, I would imagine, as we go over the detection. Is he going to be able to enable it? It looks like he's gaining a bit, I think, in the rear view mirror. Yes, he is. The proximity arrow is there. I'm going to defend the inside line. He gets very close momentarily. He's right on my gearbox, you can see in the rear view mirror. I'm just going to have to try and defend the inside, which I did on the straight there, as we go round this turn 4, which I really like this swooping corner. If I haven't said it before, I believe I did in the previous game, the career mode on F1 2016, with all the flags around it. And we are defending our position to Hulkenberg at the moment, really desperately trying to hold on to anything we can in this race. P14 is probably going to be the highest we can get in this race, and I'm going to just fight so hard for it, because with this engine, I mean, I've got to short shift anyway at the moment, and I had a gearbox issue as well at one stage during the race, so this is just going to have to be all the defending I can do. Vettel wins the race there. I sort of expected that here at Sochi, with the Mercedes not doing so well, Bottas retiring, only Hamilton left, and Hulkenberg makes a move on us, so we're down in P15 here. Can I get back at him? Really late braking move, bit of a dive bomb there, not the best move in my entire F1 game career out of these 2 years so far, and Alonso is able to capitalise on what I did, and he moves up into P15 ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. My teammate is actually on the ultra softs at this stage in the race, so I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up with him through these final few laps. But anyway, we come round the final corner now to finish in P14. Really not good. We lost about, what, 8 positions? 6 positions, I believe? 6 positions. So not very good from us.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres. And it highlights just how much of a team sport this really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented hand on the wheel, of course.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings.
So here are the results of the race. We had Vettel, Raikkonen and Verstappen P3, Ricciardo P4, Massa 5, Hamilton 6th, Stroll 7th, so good points for him, Perez 8th, Kvyat 9th, 10th for Ocon, 11th Palmer, 12th Sainz, 13th Magnussen, me 14th, Alonso 15th, Hulkenberg 16th, Van Dorn 17th, and that's all I was able to see as we go to the standings now. There I am, 10th in the driver's standings. I have moved down a bit behind Perez, and we have remained P6 as Red Bull go ahead of Mercedes in the constructors there. And here are the resource points we have at the end of this race weekend. 305 resource points there. Let's have a look at the rivalry update. It's probably going to be pretty equal. 2 points in it in the rivalry, So getting a bit closer. Magnussen has closed up in this race. Hopefully we'll be able to make some more upgrades to our car for the next race and probably bolt on a few new parts. Oh, we have a classic car event. I'm going to do the checkpoint challenge. Sounds quite fun actually, in the 98 McLaren.
Here we are then, the calm before the storm, as we wait for this field of iconic cars to burst into life for the historic invitational event today. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to be here and welcome along to all of you at home as well. So grab a cup of tea and get ready as our competitors make their final preparations.
And here we go for this checkpoint challenge in Brazil. I will upload raw gameplay of this to my other channel, Pinder clips, so you can just get a feel for the sound like I did with the Renault R26 gameplay for that when we have that in Australia. But as you can probably tell with this challenge, you have to reach a certain distance, as you can see in the top right, by reaching the checkpoints and gaining extra time. So I was just about able to get that with 8 seconds to spare, reach the distance that they wanted me to, although I didn't get any further than that because I wasn't quite quick enough to reach the next checkpoint, which was there. So that was a shame, but we did pass, unlike last time, and this is the end of the video, so I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a like, comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new and want to see more F1 2017 career gameplay, as I will be doing the full season, and hopefully we will get to win the championship at some point. But I will see you next time. Bye.